you know what? We've had Navarro or Ron Vera on. We've had these other folks. Let's tune in. I feel like while this jump ball is happening, there are a lot of people who are, rushing to throw themselves in front of the bus, or other people who are just panicking because they're not as deluded about this stuff. They can't allow themselves, because of their audience, because of this illusion of independence that they've been selling. They actually have to keep pushing this fake idea that they're independent in their thought. And so they get stuck with things like this. Trump threatens 104% tariff on China, an economic nuclear bomb that will destroy business overnight. That's the Timcast title of this video.
Donald Trump is now threatening China with a 104% tariff if they do not back.
Man, those MAGA hats are going to get fucking expensive. I'm kidding. There's a carve out for everything he and Ivanka make.
China says they will not back down.
You don't have a sample of the Lara Trump song, the ruination of an important Tom Petty tune. You don't have that on, and you don't have that on a button. You should. Do you even MAGA, bro?
If this goes into effect tonight, ladies and gentlemen,
it's going to go into effect tonight, ladies and gentlemen.
This is effectively the end of tens of thousands, 100,000 plus businesses operating in the United States. We are not just talking about economic consequences in the short term here. And 104% tariff.
Wait a minute. Is Tenet Media now getting their funding from China? Well, inquiring minds want to know.
Chinese made goods means everything gets hit. Not for me.
Everything at Walmart, anyways.
I got to tell you, I think doubling the cost of goods and raw materials will jack prices up so fast.
What? What are you talking about? That's nonsense. I bet you could get Ron Navarro on here and he'll set you straight.
These companies better be panicking.
Yeah, they should. Because that's always helpful, is to panic in these situations. Why look for alternative sources, or I guess address the White House directly by talking to them, when you could just scream and run around knocking shit off your desk?
Everybody's probably panicking.
Everybody is probably panicking, except Peter Navarro and Trump, who is golfing while our soldiers that were killed in Lithuania were returned home. But maybe you covered that in another video.
This will nuke the Chinese economy. We make medicine. We get vitamin C. We make skateboards. We make baseballs. We make everything in China.
Then we don't make it, I guess.
They ship it here for
vitamin C baseballs. Is that a suppository of some sort? I'm just scared about how you have to take it. Does it involve one of those pitching machines? Foop.
Deal. The fascinating thing with this is that before Donald Trump, we were about to sign the Trans-Pacific Partnership, which would have brought free trade between the U.S. and China.
No, it wouldn't have. What are you talking about? The Trans-Pacific Partnership was with all the other nations in that area. It was meant as a bulwark against China, dum-dum.
This would have been devastating for the economy, but that's the liberal economic order.
What? Fuck are you talking about? Apparently Hillary was against it. So Hillary was right. I think Tim Pool says Hillary was right.
Our plan was, you create strong economic bonds, war can't happen because nobody wants to go poor. How?
Well, I mean, if you need a war, then I think ultimately you just shift to a war footing financially, and then there really is no poor in a war because everybody's fighting together, right?
It also normalizes the economies. Meaning if workers in China are going to work for $5 an hour, Americans better at the same time.
Yeah, that's what the TPP was. TPP was about driving down wages to match the low payment of Chinese labor, which is higher than Mexico.
They can't compete with Chinese labor. Only problem? Democrats simultaneously want free trade and minimum wages.
Democrats don't want free trade. I mean, at the very least, I think there's some level of fair trade and targeted tariffs like adults.
That means it is impossible.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, fuck off. Libertarians are the free traders, and they're fucking lunatics. Democrats aren't looking to be free traders. Who the fuck is the... this would mean that Sanders and AOC are the most free traders of all, if this is a liberal talking point, right? This is a lefty talking point. Please play the clip.
Company to compete with Chinese labor. If Donald Trump does implement this, I hope you all realize the nuclear bomb this is. Look, it's 34% tariffs were big, but survivable. 104% tariffs would shut down thousands of businesses over.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, asshole. You voted for this shit. And why is it lefties' fault? How did this become liberals? Where did progressives have anything to do with what he's doing? Like, why do they even come up in this conversation? Oh, right, you're a dipshit.
In the United States, we've already seen people posting how one guy has this viral post where he said he runs a business. They import goods from China. They resell.
Oh, that guy, right. Yeah, I've heard about him. The guy that one guy.
He said, we put in an order a week ago. Now we got a 34% tariff. He's like, that means the cost that we were actually looking at went from a few thousand to tens of thousands of dollars.
Yeah. Yes. Exactly how we were all saying last year, it would turn out fuckwad. Like, what? Is this new? I can't believe this is actually news to his viewers. But this is, by the way, everywhere. This is all over the right-wing media. The ones that aren't going, hang in there. Trump knows what he's doing. He's fucking just follow Koresh. There's a reason why I have a basement full of grenades. We'll show the FBI who's boss. They're either doing that version of it, or they're like, fuck it, we'll have our own pineapple farm down in the islands. And if anybody comes down there, we're one Kool-Aid sip away from paradise. That's his camp.
It was like, high thousands to now like $15,000, $20,000. He's like, these tariffs across the board are hurting our business. We don't.
Yeah. Wait till they actually go into effect, stupid.
What to do? We don't have.
Here's what you do. Gather all your friends together. Use ChatGPT, or I recommend actually Claude, because its programming skills are pretty great. Or I suppose Gemini is pretty good at this point as well. And build a time machine, and then go back in time and fuck yourself.
Pay this. They might have to cancel the order and turn it around, but then their business is gone.
Yeah. Yes. So, Tim, here's your chance. Take back all the things you said about Biden and Harris voters last year. You absolute fraud. You simple-minded shit merchant. Get yourself a pair of rubber gloves and start scooping the toothpaste back in the tube, you fucking dunce. This is what we all said would happen. We took it seriously. Like fucking Wall Street's like, nobody really thought he was going to do this. We all knew he was going to do this. And you guys were like, he'll do it, but it's just a tactic. Well, if you know it's just a tactic, then it's no good as a tactic, because they know it's a tactic, so they just wait. So he's got to go through with it. So these people are fucked. And they're fucked because of you. Because of you and your viewers and the voters that followed your advice, you absolute asshole. You and every other fucking chimp on that show telling people that it's either communism or Trump MAGA golden age. And this is it, brother. This is it. This is exactly what you voted for. I don't want to hear shit about nobody expected this. We all were saying it till we were blue state in the face.
A 104% tariff? It's over. I was talking the other day about tariffs and the Boonies HQ skateboard company. That's our skateboard company. We sell a lot of skateboards.
Let me guess, you hand grind all of your ball bearings.
We do pretty well, my friends. For a skateboard company, I hope all the woke companies read it and weep. Let me tell you, any opportunity I get to talk about making products in America and the importance, I'm going to do it. Boonies HQ. You go to the store.
Boonie? That's how you spell boonies? Boonies Bounties? Boonies Bounties. I see. Boonies is the tiny up here. Boonies seldom die. The Hal and Bernie skate park? I had no idea. I had a fucking Bernie and I had a skate park someplace. Hal, I wanted to talk to you about the possibility of us opening a skate park available to people. Well, can we charge at least some admission so we can use some of the money to, as long as we don't create a profit structure. I'm not looking for a profit structure. I'd love to just break even on the idea and then just make some friends that way. I don't need to go into the fucking skate park business. Well, I think we could probably, all right.
You grab yourself a Boonies board. We got the we're sold out of the chicken boards. Everybody loved the chicken board so much, they're gone. Art makes it, man. We do got some Tim Pool rooster boards. You can pick those up, though we're sold out of so many of these.
Why? Because you're a cock? Is that the idea?
We make these boards in America. It's North American rock maple, pressed in America.
North American rock maple. That sounds like a dodge. I'm guessing you get that rock maple from Canada? Pressed in America. All right.
Screen printed in America.
Yeah, that's the easy part.
I got no worry at all about tariffs. We are going to keep bringing all of our customers.
Where do you get the wheels? Do you not sell the hardware, or do you not attach the hardware? So the boards themselves, 100% made in America, but the fucking, aren't the wheels an important part? Where do you get them from?
Premium skateboards with all the pop you need for your kick flips and your tray flips at $55, which is cheaper than industry leaders.
With no wheels. So without wheels is what I'm guessing. Hold on. Boonies, let's check it. We can check it out. I ain't scared. Ladies and gentlemen, hold on. Let's go Boonies skateboards. There you go. Bounties, Boonies, butthole boofing. Oh, look, he's got a it says Richie Jackson, but that's clearly a Russell Brand one. There's the Mike's Pro model. All right, browse our products. There's the shop. Okay, these are the boards. Okay, $55 boards. Obviously cheap, screen prints, whatever. And they just don't come with any hardware? Let's go to, I don't know, pick one of them. How about this one? All right, paying for $55. Shopify. Yeah, no hardware. So the idea is that your customer has to get their hardware from someplace, I would guess. You don't make that hardware here in America. That's not, I don't know. Maybe you might buy used hardware on eBay, something like that. Yeah, I don't see any fucking wheels anywhere. This is the Pro model. Pros already have their wheels. This is the cat, Mr. Bocus. These are the sizes on them. 55. What comes with it? Just a board. Okay. So yeah. So the reason he can sell these things is zero hardware. That's why. That's why it's 100% made in the United States. If you want wheels on the fucking thing, you're buying Chinese wheels.
You put 104% tariff on this stuff. I got to tell you, the pro skateboarding industry will explode. I am very, very much happy about it. Now, let me tell you.
Well, again, where's the hardware come from?
Double-edged sword. I don't want the economy to explode. I really don't. So Trump is ripping off the Band-Aid with this move. If he does it, it's a threat. China says they ain't going to back down. So Trump likely will do it. Trump's no one to be trifled with. All of these scumbags.
He just doesn't give a shit because he thinks he's going to buy the dip. And by the way, don't take that personally. It doesn't mean you, although we do.
That sold out the American worker are going to go to business. What?
That sold out the American worker, he says into his Chinese mic, wearing his Chinese fucking beanie and his Chinese fucking hair, wearing his Trump Chinese fucking shoes behind him, with the Chinese cable that plugs into his mic on the stand that's Chinese.
Talk about glorious comeuppance and an economic explosion. the repercussions will be very, very bad for everybody.
But I suppose the idea is that we're willing to destroy tens of thousands of people's livelihoods if it shows China who's boss.
But there's a catharsis in it.
It is. It's a catharsis. It is. We're going to catharsis our way out of this. It's going to be totally cathartic.
You know, do you want to cut off your nose to spite your face? Ooh.
No. But in general, no, I don't. I don't know anybody who does. I think it's, in general, that's viewed as bad.
It's so tough.
It is. It's very difficult. I mean, just the process of like no anesthesia. I mean, what do you use? Ugh. And do you start on the top and cut down like you're one of those, is it a face or is it a cake videos? Or do you start at the bottom? That makes the most sense. But then you're really going straight for the cartilage right away. And
I despise so much how the professional skateboard industry started sending North American wood to China so Chinese labor could make the skateboards.
North American wood. Interesting. Again, it sounds like you still get your wood from Canada.
Back so they save money.
Okay, Mr. sells skateboards without wheels, which isn't a skateboard, by the way. It's just a board. You sell boards. It has to skate to be a skateboard. You sell boards. You sell rounded boards. You and Ben Shapiro should go into business.
Be a heck of a doozy when they look at their order form and they're like, that $30 board you bought, it's now $62 to get sent to the U.S. Yo, they're going to be...
But it has wheels on it, so they don't care, and they undercut the price by 30% because they have control of their markets in a way that we don't, because they're all back-funded by the government. So if they just decided to target you, they could wipe you out and make sure that their boards come in underpriced, below the $50 to $5 mark with wheels attached.
Skateboards for $200 a piece. I'm not kidding. Right now, pro boards. Some go for about 65. Prices went down a little bit. They range from about 70 to upwards of 100 for a pro model skateboard, depending on...
Right, but yours are cheap shit, obviously made from Canadian oak.
Art, the graphic. Some companies license famous intellectual property, anime or otherwise. Those are going to be a little bit more expensive. Some...
Yeah, because a lot of these guys masturbate to hentai while they're skateboarding, and that board has to be really resilient.
Limited edition, that doesn't count. Yo, with these tariffs, their profits are gone, and it's an industry that's already suffering largely because they sold out to China.
Why would they be suffering because they sold out to China? Wouldn't they be? All right. Didn't they move their shit to China to make more so they could deliver a higher quality thing for a lower price? Is their price point? I mean, what's their unit price? What's your unit price? Why don't you tell everybody? How much does it actually cost you to make one of those boards? $20? What do you think? All in? Do you do also, are you fabricating them here? Are you pressing them here? Who does that for you? Who screen prints it for you? Are you doing it in-house? Do you have a little thing in your fucking garage? How much is it per unit? How much is theirs per unit? If it's the same per unit, then they're basically selling at a higher price point than you are and at a higher volume.
Look at this. I'm going to tell you why it feels so good. Why it feels so good, despite the fact that I know it's going to be bad and I'm kind of scared.
It feels so good because I know a lot of like mid-level businesses in small towns all throughout America are going to be completely fucked by this, which is awesome.
I look at these videos out of Asia, out of Japan, out of China, and I see their skate parks, and I see 300 kids all riding around, families running around, laughing and having a good time. And then I look at our skate parks. I look at our industry. Gone. Nobody's there. Nobody does anything anymore. Our young...
What? Sorry. What, is nobody paying the price of going to a skate park anymore? Is it too expensive to skate park? Or is just skateboarding came and went? Because I got news for you. Hold on. You want to see what the new craze is? And Chuck, it ain't it. It isn't that. Hold on, electric skates. Try this guy. Yeah, these guys. Here's why skateboarding is gone. Here's why. This business right here. Hold on, back up. I have to reload it. These little wheelie skates, which are also made in China, by the way. Some of them are made in Japan or Vietnam, but that's why. Like, and again, there's like, we dirt bike over here, motorcycles, and they don't necessarily have the space to do that in a lot of these countries. We choose to do that instead. What an asshole.
People have been left behind. There's no inspiration, there's no opportunity, and it's because our culture was gutted by free trade. You know, these
Sorry, wait. Skate parks are vacant? Real quick, can I present a possibility here before I end this video early because it's a waste of everyone's fucking time? Can I present just one little idea? Maybe skate parks are empty when you go there because everybody goes, ah, fuck, here comes Tim, and they go someplace else. Also, maybe because in the neighborhood there's a shit ton of empty swimming pools, and they work just fine. Secondly, like, a lot of the skaters I see don't go to skate parks. They fuck around on steps, and they go around to, like, buildings in downtown areas and do shit, as opposed to just going to these kind of corrals, which, by the way, Japanese society lends itself more to, because they're like, this is the designated skating area. Please don't go anywhere else. So they pack in there, whereas everybody in America just goes, this looks fun. Maybe I can crack my nuts on this railing. I'm so done with this asshole. And the fact that he could, like, be excited that, like, this will show him for ruining skate parks all over the fucking country. Next, do roller rinks next, motherfucker. I loved roller rinks when I was a kid, hearing all skate, everyone skate, or when I was dating Lois Winter, couples only. Oh, yes. Hello, Lois. Boy, was she annoyed. I was the most annoying 11-year-old boyfriend you could ever see, because I'm a doter. I'm you're my girl, I'm very Forrest Gump in these, especially in my early relationships. And even now, I mean, I get coffee and cookies for Summer every morning, and I bring it to her in bed. Just saying. Every morning. The only time I don't is when I've, like, driven all night and I overslept and she gets it for herself, and then I'm mad that I didn't get a chance to. That said, and by the way, I don't know, I know this is upsetting to, like, Rob Schitt and Greg Kelly and all these other lonely incels who are in relationships but still feel nutless and alone. You can do those things for your partner without emasculating yourself or anything. You do it because you choose to do it because you care. I know these are weird. These are new words for you. Maybe you don't understand them. Maybe get a thesaurus. It would be all these words would be in this section. If you find one that's been in your family for a long time in the thesaurus, it'll be in the least thumbed section of the thesaurus. So, yeah, now I want to skate totally.